Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. How's everybody doing today? Come on in, come on in. Man, I'm really looking forward to today's live stream. And I don't do these often. What we're going to do is we're going to play, well, a lot of your indie games. Some of them are released, some of them are demos, some of them are just trailers, some of them are Steam pages. And the goal here, guys, is to first start out with just reviewing the hooks in your games, and that's how it looks. Are the mechanics unique? How's the trailer? How's the Steam page? Is this game marketable? Is it actually going to make money? We've got hundreds of submissions on Twitter, so we're going to take a look at those. And then also, guys, we're going to then play some of the Steam demos. Okay, and I know a lot of you released your demos. I think it was for Steam Next Fest. Was Next Fest recently? That's a good idea, by the way, to release your demos with Next Fest. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And we'll also do some Q&A as well if we have some time. We'll see. All right, guys, I wanted to say a huge thank you and a huge welcome to Daniel, William DeBrant, Alan Stoll, Slawomir, I think I said your name right, Sergey, Henok, Samuel, and there was also, I think 10 other students, new students. I just didn't get your names. These are new students for Full-Time Game Dev, which is my massive program. And I'm proud to say, I really am proud to say, that Full-Time Game Dev is, over 4,000 students, which is just wild to me. So it is, obviously, guys, it is very profitable for my game studio. So I'm always super grateful that you guys would support the channel. It's Black Friday. We're starting early, just like everybody else, but we're starting early. Black Friday here, 50% off Full-Time Game Dev. And this is my biggest sale yet. We're probably going to be increasing the price or something, just because we've now added Godot and Unreal to the program. So not only are you going to learn Unity, you can also learn Godot or Unreal, whichever one you want. And then, hey, I'm also going to throw in my 3D program and my 2D program, the art programs, completely free. This lasts for 14 days. There's only 100 seats available. The 100 seats last year sold out. So be sure to check it out if you're interested. And by the way, if you're a student, let us know what you think in the chat about the program. It's freaking huge. I mean, this thing, I was kind of shocked how big it was, because I keep adding curriculum, and I was scrolling down the other day through the curriculum, and I was just like, wait a second, this can't be right. Are there duplicates? But no, it's freaking huge. This thing is huge. So check it out with the link below. It is Black Friday, biggest sale event of the year, so check it out. Okay, so what I want to do here, guys, is I want to jump into Twitter, or X, sorry, X. We're going to jump into X here. And we're going to first and foremost just take a look at all these submissions. Let's just take a look here. Incredible amount of submissions here. So we've got 118 submissions. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the ones that it doesn't have to do. It doesn't have to do whether it's a quality game. I'm going to pick the ones that tickle my fancy. Okay? That's what we're going to do. So there's just a ton of submissions here. This is one of them that I'm going to take a look at. I'm really interested in this one. There's several. What is this? Oh my goodness. We're going to take a look at that. That's a new submission. Mr. Thomas Stewart. I'm picking you primarily because I like your name. Oh, what's this? Yeah, there's just a ton. There's a ton of submissions, and just because I don't pick yours doesn't mean I don't think it's good. It's just the ones that tickle my fancy, I'm going to click. Okay. Some of them just tickle my fancy, and I don't know why. Okay, so let's start out with talking about Steam pages. Okay, so there's a couple games here that I really wanted to highlight and offer critique, and also offer praise for Steam pages. Okay, so those of you who watch my channel know that I'm really interested in marketing. I'm also really interested in the sales angle of game development. I am, after all, a salesman, okay? By the way, check out my online course, Full-Time Game Dev, 50% off, 14 days left. I'm a salesman, right? That's what I do. But I also make games. Okay, so I am lucky in the sense that I have a sales angle, but I'm also an art director and an artist. And for those of you who are curious who don't know, I am making my game called Twisted Tower right now. Twisted Tower is being published by 3D Realms, okay? So for those of you who are curious and you don't know me, just know that this is my third published game. I've been doing this for a long time, and I am an art director, and I'm also a marketer. So I know how the marketing side of this whole game development thing works, okay? So let's start with Zword. I actually think Zword is a good name. It's not like something that I would pick, and it's not something that I think is cool necessarily, but I think it's a good name because it actually sets it apart, and it's easily something you can remember. And I also like it because of the game's hook. Now, the problem with Zword, by the way, what do we think about this game, guys? What do you think? Do you think the visuals are beautiful? How does everybody feel about the visuals? Zword has a hook, and the hook was told to me by the developer. I'm going to try and say your name right. Dowie on Twitter. You told me the hook on Twitter, but you're not saying it on Steam. Why is that? That's a good question. On Twitter, you said the hook was, it's a game where you customize your sword. That is a great hook, and here's why. It's a good hook, and it could be great. Okay, so what we're going to do here, guys, is as a team, right? We've got 274 people in the chat. What we're going to do is we're going to come up with a hook here, okay? We're going to enhance the hook of changing your sword, okay? Being able to customize your sword. This right here, hang on one sec. This right here, for some reason, this tickles my fancy. When I see this, I go, why is this not the entire premise of the game? The central focus of all of your marketing efforts, in my opinion, please don't quote me on this. I'm just giving you sort of random, quick advice based on my impulse and my instincts. But I feel like your entire premise should be about the Zord, okay? Customizing your Zord, and in fact, I would even say, you could say something like Metroidvania, but you play as the sword, meaning the character is the sword. The name of the character is the sword. The protagonist is the sword. Everything is about the sword. The protagonist is not the person holding the sword. That's just this almost, it's a robot. Who cares who that is? The sword is the thing that everything's focused on, the customizing of the sword. The story is about the sword. And you could go ridiculous with this. You could expand on this to the nth degree, but focus on the sword. A game where the sword is your character. Customizing your sword is a great hook. And some of you who don't follow my channel, you might be curious, why is he talking about a hook? Who cares? If it's a cool game, who cares what the hook is? The hook is everything. And in fact, games like Cult of the Lamb, which I'm going to have a podcast with Jay Armstrong, the creator of Cult of the Lamb, their entire premise is focused on the hook. The hook was the impetus of the entire game. And this is straight from Jay's mouth. I've talked with Jay many times, and he said that's the world he's going to live in from now on, which is find the hook first and then adapt your game around the hook. So I love the name of the game because it's Zord. It's all about customizing your Zord, okay? Right here, this first sentence should be a Metroidvania where you play as your sword, or where you customize your sword, or something like customizing your sword is the mechanic. That is the core mechanic. And how you want to implement that, Dowie, into this is up to you. I'm just giving you advice here. You don't have to do what I'm saying, but let's go ahead and watch the trailer here. Sorry, guys. Isn't this great? I love your... Oh, the game feel is perfect. The crunchy sounds, it's just brilliant. Oh, very good. Look at that roll. Okay, this, why is this not the focus? Okay, that should be the focus. Well, I think that there is several. I love the sword needs to be the focus. Okay, there's so many opportunities here, and I can bet you that this game is doing well on Kickstarter. Maybe let's look up and see how it's doing. I'm gonna make a bet that it's at least hit its funding goal. However, I'm not sure it's unique enough. The visuals aren't gonna do all the work, in my opinion. So we'll see. My opinion is, I'm probably going to be wrong here, but the hook, we should have a stronger hook to capture the Kickstarter audience. But let's take a look here. Okay, let's take a look here. Yep. Barely hit its goal. And that's because my theory is, there's a couple things here we got to do, guys. My theory is there's just not enough of a hook. Okay, so here's what I would do. This right here, an action-adventure game inspired by Hyper Light Drifter and top-down Zelda games. Okay, so give me something more. Because all we're ever going to do is trail in the limelight, in the shadows of the limelight of Zelda and Hyper Light Drifter. So, and I also don't like this cover art. I don't think this cover art tells us anything about this game. So let me give you quickly, and then we're going to move on to the next Steam game. Can we in the chat, and if you haven't done it, I'm sure you guys have already done it and I just missed the chat, but can we in the chat, can we figure out a better hook focused on customizing the sword with Dowie? The way that I see the trailer is it starts like this, and it shows all these swords, and it's customizing this ridiculous sword. And it's got like lasers on it, and it's got like guns and bullets coming out of it. And we're just customizing this 3D sword. And then it goes, and it zooms out, and it shows a robot. And you go, and he holds the sword. Or it can show this chick too, but really what we want to do is focus on the sword. The reason I say a robot is it's gray. Everything's gray, but the sword is emanating this vibrant rainbow light. Focusing on the sword is the game. It is the character. It is the story. In an ancient apocalyptic world, an alien technology is all that's left. Comes the sword. It's like an RPG, or I'm sorry, it's a game where you can customize everything about this one weapon, and then everything else is secondary. That's what I would do. Okay. So do we have any other ideas really quick here for Zord? Okay. Alrighty. Why do we have to add guns to everything? Because guns are fun. I think this is great. This is brilliant in terms of the color work, the art style. Everything is incredible. I would personally suggest a little bit more of a retro soundtrack. And it's not because I don't value you being creative and come in doing something else other than a retro soundtrack. I do, however, think the cover art and the music should reflect the art style. And I'm worried that music is too epic and it's not intricate, arpeggiated, I think that's the word, and pixelated enough. I think Cult of the Lamb does this really, really well. We're going to listen to the OST really quick, guys. I'm really into this one song here. It's called Start a Cult. So if we listen to games, music like this is very, I think the word is arpeggiated. And it's got a playful, rhythmic feel to it. So I'm not saying this is the perfect song, but we're going to play this track alongside Zord, okay? So let's just get a feel for it. See what I'm saying? There's potential here. Cut, 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 cut. So yeah, focusing on more exciting, intricate music because it fits with that retro pixelated top-down look, and then focusing on that sword, and you've got yourself something good. That's my theory. All right, guys. Moving on. This game caught my fancy. Hey, I do want to say welcome to one of you just joined full-time game dev, and I just wanted to say welcome. Ugh, who was it? Just saw it. Anyway, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay. Lost Twins 2, man. This could be so great. I have one primary concern with this game. But let's watch the trailer. It looks amazing. Look at these graphics. Okay, so I think it's great. I have a couple issues here. Number one, I don't know how to market to children. That's not something I know how to do because my games tend to be more on the edgier, artsy, dark side, and so I'm not sure who the target market is here. So I'm not going to speak to that because I don't really know. I just want to say one thing. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. I think the trailer is a little slow. I think the trailer makes me a little tired when I watch it. It makes me want to go take a nap. And that's just because it starts so slow. And again, I'm going to speak as if we're marketing to just typical gamers, okay? I don't know who your target market is, okay? So I'm just going to tell you, this is what I would do if I was targeting actual, say, adult gamers. Or maybe like teenagers to adult gamers. Okay, so it starts super slow. Okay. It's beautiful, but I'm just like, what? Come on, come on, come on. I don't care about Play-Doh. Come on, come on. That's how I'm thinking, by the way. That's how most gamers are going to think. That's cool. So get to the point. First, look at this. We're 16 seconds in and you just got to the hook. 3 seconds in. Cut the screen in half. Ooh, that's the hook. I could play as 2 characters at the same time. That's a cool hook, right? Metroidvania. Remember, we talk about the big butt principle in a lot of our webinars. The big butt principle is something but something. So in this case, you could say Metroidvania, but you play as twins. That's cool. or whatever this is, puzzle platformer, but you play as twins. The split screen idea I actually really like, but I know that that's not actually what's going on here. You're playing as twins. Visually, it looks great. For some reason, the characters, I don't know why the characters are pixelated, but everything else isn't. And I can't quite figure that out. See what I'm saying here? Why are the characters pixelated, but everything else isn't? I'd suggest using a toon shader, a stylized toon shader for everything if you're going to do it with the characters, because there's a mismatch in style, I think. Okay. The final problem I have here with Lost Twins is that it's called Lost Twins 2. That's my main issue. Does anybody know Lost Twins 1? Does anybody in the chat know Lost Twins 1? Does anybody know? And that's a really important question, okay? Lost Twins game. Let's Google it and see. Okay, so it looks like not many people know about this game. So typically you want to use a 2 because it's a valuable IP that people are going to recognize. The problem here is that Lost Twins 1 is seemingly not very popular, and not many people even know about it. 16,000 views on a 9-year-old game. So here's what I would do, okay? And this is painful because, and I know how this is painful because I've felt it, because I've done it. My original game, Coma, sure, it was very popular in the Flash realm on Armor Games, like 6,000 votes. I think on Newgrounds, Coma Flash game on Newgrounds, it was very popular in the Flash community. You can see here we have 3 million views. However, that IP was still not good enough for me to create a Coma 2. So what did I do instead? I knew I wanted to take that. It was a good idea. It just wasn't fully fleshed out yet. This was like a free $15 game. So what I did was I made a game called Neversong. Who cares about capitalizing on the Coma IP? What really matters is the hook. That's the value, not the IP, the hook. Okay? So in my case, A Boy in a Coma was a really good hook. I thought it was great. It wasn't perfect looking back, but it's fine. It's a good story hook, but there wasn't any mechanical hooks, and that's a problem. So we ended up just renaming the game entirely. Who cares about the IP? So what I would do, honestly, I wouldn't call this Lost Twins 2. I would just call it Twins or something. I would figure out a different name, and I wouldn't even try and capitalize on the IP. That's what I would do. Does that make sense, guys? Good. 2D games do not suck. They are great. I love 2D games, and this is a 2.5D. Okay, how about giving it a name like Lost Twins: The Last Airbender? That's fine. I see that happen all the time. How many of you like games with colons? That's really weird. But do you know what I'm do you know what I'm saying? How many of you like games with colons in the title? It never ever is attractive to me. Man, that sounds weird. But what I mean is it's not something that really interests me. When I see a colon in a game, I'm like, why did they do that? Split Twins, that's a great name. All right. I would just add a name to the last Twins under it. Love games with colons. I'm more fine with colons than sequels. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. What else we got, guys? Let's move on. Okay? So this is our first game. I believe we can play this one. Yeah, we can play this one. So let's play Paper Clay. First, we're going to start at it, look at it like a consumer, okay, who's about to buy the game. So let's take a look at the Steam page. And by the way, guys, those who are just joining us, just remember this video is sponsored by Full Time Game Dev. For Black Friday, it's 50% off. So if you want to learn everything I know about starting my own game studio, and more importantly, starting a profitable one, that pays for not only my salary, but other people's salaries as well. Working with publishers, going to Kickstarter, getting funded on Kickstarter with 6 figures. I've done it twice. Check out the link below. And also, hey, you can learn Unity or Godot or Unreal, whichever one you want. Join over 4,000 students worldwide. Huge program, 50% off, 14 days left. Okay, let's take a look here at, oh, those ad reads are probably annoying, aren't they? Paper Clay here. Let's take a look. Come on. Why aren't you loading? Okay, let's take a look. Son of a beat. Okay, there's your hook. Why didn't I see that hook immediately? Why am I seeing that 17 seconds in? Show me the hook immediately. That's the hook. The visual style is not the hook. We've seen this. We've seen cardboard cutout games, and it's beautiful. It's totally fine. Show me the hook. That's the hook. Okay, the music to me... How many of you are going to give the music a... how many of you like the music? Say, I like the music. If you don't like the music, say, I don't like the music. Okay, let's do a poll. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so there are a couple things we can do here. Notice how the primary vote, the majority of you are saying you don't like the music. I'm going to be blunt here and say the music annoys, it annoys me more than any song I've heard all day. And I love the game is beautiful. It looks great. I like your hook. I don't have anything against chickens, but that music is really annoying. So let's start over here. First off, the trailer itself, it needs sound effects. You're killing me without the sound effects. If there's no sound effects, I feel completely separated from the game. Okay? So again, let's go to a great song here. This is such a good song to reference. If you're going to make a playful game that's silly and cute, adding an ambient, arpeggiated, almost emotional melody is going to make a world of difference. So let's try it out here. See? It just makes a difference. See what I'm saying? Music is so important. Just copy Cult of the Lamb. This is a great song. It's good to reference. So notice how important music is. Okay? So that's the first thing. The music is killing me. The second is we need sound effects. Look, watch what we could do here with this. Ring. Bring, bring, bring. The gears turning. Giggling, laughing, whatever, wind blowing. There's so much that could be done here, and you can you can do this without it being in the game, right? You don't even have to have real sound effects. You could just go to freesound.org, grab some sound effects, throw it into your 57-second trailer. 57 seconds. You got 57 seconds. You got to edit that out. You can even take the sound effects of my mouth and put it in there, and it'll sound better. Now, in terms of what I like the graphics. I think it's great. The name is great. The Paper Clay, that's great. I think it's a cool title. The what do you call this? The cover art is great. I love it. I would probably use a toon shader if I were you. My bet is that if you took a similar approach to Goose Game, And you don't necessarily have to use an unlit shader, but you could definitely use a stylized shader. You could have something that looks much more eye-catching. So I would recommend a different shader. Untitled Goose Game really catches your attention. It's unlit though, so it's a little different, but it is still a stylized toon shader. Okay, where did I go? Okay, so let's play this game, guys. Let's take a look. It should be installed. Gil, I noticed you were being negative about 2D games earlier. Take it easy, Gil. Hello, my name is Kevin. I'm working mostly as a solo developer, blah, blah, blah. Good. Awesome. Okay. Ooh, we got to work on this music. There's so much. Okay, so what you can do with music is just simply go and find some music on a free website. Even newgrounds.com has free music. We're going to have to get some better music. Okay, so let's do this. Oh, it feels good. Oh, that feels great. Check this out. Oh man. See, this is such a tragedy that the music is so bad, because this is incredible. It feels really good. Ooh. Is it just me, or do you guys like the music? I'm sorry, I should have voted. What do you guys think about the music? This feels great. Yeah, are you using a toon shader? I don't think you are. I'd suggest a toon shader. Oh, that's great. Look at that. I used my beak. I would really lean in. No, oh man, it's not my beak. But I wish it was. I would really lean into the fact that you're a chicken. Bad music. Good. Yeah. We need to work on the music. Okay, I'm going to turn the music off. How do I turn this music off? Oh, that's cool. Because I want to start playing other music. Okay, hang on. Let's quit here. We're going to quit it. Just to kind of prove a point here. Nope, I don't want to play that. Hold on. There we go. Oops. Hang on. Turn-by-turn villain. Don't let me forget to play turn-by-turn villain, because that was another one I downloaded. Oh, we can't. Okay. All right, Anderson Kev. Let's play. Dude, what if we put Yoshi's Island music playing during this? It would be so amazing. We'll listen to some Yoshi's Island music in a second, guys. Okay, some coins, fun. That's great. Cool. That's funny. I like this. Graphically, I think it's great. I'm not really sensing there's a hook here, though. I would really lean into finding a hook, a mechanical hook. Oh, we need a big smash sound there. I highly recommend taking a look at Wind Waker's hit sounds when you smack an enemy. Whoosh! Wait, what? What do I do here? Oh, that's great. I love it. And by the way, Kev, I think your name is Kev, the creator of this game, really good work. The game feels incredible. I think your sound and music is really hurting the game. But everything else is brilliantly done. Graphics look great. Your post-processing looks really, really good. I think this is Unity. Kev, are you in the chat? This is great. Good job, Kev. Wow. Oh, I think you are using a toon shader, because I'm seeing an outline effect on your shader on the coins. I'd significantly reduce your real-time ambient occlusion. It's a little too intense. You can see like I kind of look like I'm covered in dirt. Kev, are you here, buddy? Where are you, Kev? Why, Kev? Hey, buddy. Dude, good work. So, music. We got to work on music, man. We need to find some better music for you. And Kev, stick around because we're gonna take a look at some of the music that you could add. Your primary weaknesses with this game are: one, music and sound effects are bad. Two, the hook. There is no hook that I can see. Wait, no. You do have a hook, but the focus of the hook is not clear in the marketing material, which is that rotating world, right? That needs to be super clear in your marketing. The positives: graphics are incredible. Really, like, you really understand style. Also, the scale of things is really good. This is so fun. Look at this. Look. Whoa, Thomas. What I would do with the marketing material is I would really lean into, it's a paper world. So visually, I think that's your hook. It's a Yoshi's Island style game. It's not particularly the most unique hook, but it's a hook. And then I would really lean into that. This is fun, actually. I really like this. I would really lean into the rotating world hook. Yeah, this is definitely Unity. Am I right, Kev? Where's Kev? Unfold an adventure. I love that. Yeah, the idea of things unfolding is really fun. You should be very proud, Kev, though. This is really good. Look at that. I love that. Press LB in the air. Oh no, I don't have an LB. Kev, what is it? Guys, let's all say hello to Mr. Noah in the chat. Noah at Blackthorn Prod has just made my day by showing up. How do I do this? Where are you, Kev? If you're using keyboard, use Q. E or R. There we go. Hey, I need a sound there. Quack, quack, boom. Quack, quack, boom. I do that spin faster like this. Shoo, boom. Shoo, boom. What does that do? Ha! That's fun. Great work, Kev. Very, very good. We have a lot of other games to take a look at. But really quick, I wanted to, for Kev, I wanted to show what we can do with the music, what I think it should be. I'm talking Yoshi's Island OST. I'm talking one of the greatest OSTs of all time. Here we go. No, wrong. There we go. You can just do so much with music. Here we go. See? Oh, I'm getting chills. Yep. Okay. So that's what we could do, Kev, with the music. I would say your music and your hook are lacking. So I would if you don't feel confident and that's not your forte in finding and sourcing the right material, I guess some help from somebody in the industry who understands music and can help you source it. Also, if you have an audience on Twitter, and a lot of you are thinking, well, of course Yoshi's Island music is going to be incredible, but I can't make Yoshi's Island music. Well, you don't have to make anything. You can source it and you can find it. You've got to be very resourceful and be willing to pay $100 to $1,000 to license some track that you found that you really, really like. Now, if it's more than $1,000 to license a track, then you're looking at the wrong artist for your game. So, yeah. It needs more marimba. That's right. Yeah. Oh, I mean, if we were to do Undertale would definitely work here as well. 100%. Okay, let's go ahead and move forward, guys. We've got a game called The Unknown from Triple Tap Games. Triple Tap, are you in the chat? Are you in the chat? Let's take a look, guys. Here we go. Sorry. Let me guess, Unreal Engine. Is that correct, Mr. Triple Tap? All that global illumination.
Michael, where are you?
Ooh, I got chills. Very, very good. Okay, your typography is not my favorite. Great usage of Lumen. I can imagine you're taking advantage of Nanite. Brilliant. I mean, it's great. You know, I think that. Let me say this. I think that the thing that I love the most about this trailer, Triple Tap, is I like the combination of Muggle items juxtaposed against this crazy world. And I think you knew what you were doing there when you show things like that door and these PCs. That's sick. I love that idea of Muggle items in this fantasy world. And you create that contrast. It's almost like the real world is being funneled into this dream world. Okay? So I'm also not a fan of the title here. Let me just try and show you what I might do. The Unknown. Okay. So let's go ahead and jump into Photoshop and we'll also play this game, but your title is really important. I'm going to potentially make a fool of myself here, but I'm going to open up this screenshot here. I'm going to put what I would do over top of this. The problem is your title should really communicate what genre this is. And I'm not so sure that you're doing that because our genre here is a psychological horror. Is it a horror though? I don't know. It feels more like a suspense game, I guess. Yeah. I just feel like the title, even if it is a horror game, it feels more sci-fi. So I don't know if I would use that font there. I also don't like that it's all caps. It kind of looks like caps in the front. What do you call that? What's that called? I just lost the word. The first letter is caps. I would use some big chunky font. I feel like that matches this world a lot better. So like, for example, if I take this here, I would do something that feels a little bit more machine or, oh man, what's the word? Not a machine, but feels more sci-fi or techie. That's what I would do. Pascal case, okay. Is that what it's called? Okay, let's do this. The is gonna be like this. This is what I would do. And by the way, guys, we're coming up with something on the fly, so don't judge me, all right? But this is how I would do it. Okay, something like that. Let's find a better font that feels a little bit more. I like your serif fonts, honestly. Your serif fonts are pretty great. In that end of the trailer. I love Garamond, or Jaramond, or however you say it. I use it in Twisted Tower. Let's just do regular. The Unknown. I like to create some space between my serif. If I'm going to use all caps, creating space in them like this. The Unknown. I think the serif font helps a lot because it gives it that M. Night Shyamalan feel. It makes it feel like, oh, this is more of a dramatic story and less of some sci-fi. It is sci-fi-y, but I think we can get away with a serif font, even though the story has that or the visuals have a sci-fi feel. Okay, so then just something silly you could do. I'm just throwing crap, okay, into the scene, but just what you want to do is adjust your text to look, to have something unique about it, right? So you could just throw a line through it maybe, like this. And then you could even cut the edges off here and then here. The Unknown. Coming January 3rd. Something like that, man. There's just a lot you could do here to make it look more professional. And I'm doing this really quick, guys. So, and then you could even do a gradient. So don't be afraid, everybody. Don't be afraid to, actually one of the ways you can do this, let me show you. One of the ways you can cut the line like this is actually go here, add a stroke here. Okay, like that. Rasterize it. And then rasterize the layer style here. Grab the black here. There we go. And then I can actually just cut it off here. There we go. And then delete the black as well from the white text. There we go. The Unknown. And then my favorite thing to do is don't be so small-minded. You don't have to use white. You can use off-white. This. Actually, let's combine all this together really quick. And then combine it with that blue tone. Or you could do a little bit low saturated. You could do this. Let's see here. Let's see if we can find the right color scheme here. And then what I would do is add just a subtle darkness below it. Something like that. That's what I would do for your title. I mean, come on, doesn't that look good? It looks beautiful. You can even add, watch this. I love doing this. One of my favorite things to do is to add bloom. So you can do a blur here. Watch, this is so cool. So you don't want to do too much because that's like 2012. We don't want to do that. But what you can do is actually kill all of it with a mask and then just add some subtle bloom to certain letters. If you desaturate the background, it'll actually look prettier. There we go. That's what I thought. And maybe just pump up some contrast. Oh man, what's the music? There's a track. I feel like that you need to add some piano or something. Like, or you could even do James Newton Howard. Oh, what is he? I don't know. Dare I even go to Signs? Anyway, let's play this game. Let's play this game. Y'all ready for that? Okay, let's play it. Oh no, I can't play it. I don't have a key. Maybe I can buy it. Let's buy it. Is it available? Oh, there it is. I can download it. So we're gonna download it. While that's downloading, maybe I have it. Sorry guys, give me a check here. The Unknown. Let's go ahead and check on Steam and see if I have it installed. Come on. How do I get out of... I'm so bad at this. How do I get out of this, guys? This scene here. I want to see my friggin' library. Oh, there we go. The Unknown is not downloaded. Okay, so let's go ahead and download it. And then while that's downloading, let's take a look at the next game, okay, guys? Okay. Guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. Me Can't Spell, Jesus Salazar, Majid, Cosmic, Seven Zol, LuxCore, how you guys doing? Come on in, come on in. Okie dokie, let's see here. What's the next Steam page to offer some critique and also some compliments? Okay, so first things first, while this downloads, we're going to talk about Maquis Adventure. I have some issues with this. By the way, this is a really cool idea. It is, however, very similar to a Devolver game that's out right now. But let's watch the trailer while the unknown downloads. Does anybody know what Devolver game this is similar to? What's the title? I like that you're playing in 3D all of a sudden. That's just funny to me. I'm not sure if that's the hook. It looks like you've got two hooks, and that can be a problem, actually. Maquis, are you in the chat? Or Zoro Arts, not Maquis. Zoro Art, are you in the chat? The one where you drill, that's right. Nuke Maniac, it's a game where you drill. So, Devolver drill game. Pepper Grinder. Let's watch Pepper Grinder really quick. So, this is important because you should just know that when you have a hook, you could potentially be competing with a very similar hook. Pepper Grinder the hook is exactly the same, but they lean into it so hard, and that's what Devolver likes you to do. They like you to lean in to your hook like crazy and basically make the entire game about that single hook. So notice how the emphasis in this trailer is it's all about this same exact mechanic. And I'm not saying you can't do it. You can do it. But notice how... Sorry, I'm talking over the music. Notice how the emphasis of this trailer and the game itself is it's all about the drill. Everything is focused on the drill. A great game and a great game developer knows how to bring all of the resources of the game and the time spent on the game, the music, the story, the visuals, and they lean into that hook. In this case, it's a drill. Okay, so Zoro, that is an example of how to lean into your hook. I would consider leaning into your hook even more. Where is Pepper Grinder? Or where did it go? Maquis Adventure. So I would even go so far as to say the title is not working for me. And I know you've already released this game, so it's important to just note all of these things for your next game. Okay. So what I would have done to make this a more effective launch. And if this is your first game, then you've done great because you've got 48 reviews and you should be proud. What I would have done is called this something else. So guys, let's come up with a name that is more conducive to the hook. The hook is you can convert into a shark. That's our hook, okay? That's our hook. So first things first, let's come up with a different title. And this is important. This is really, really important to take note of. Because it's how a game makes money. A game makes money by having a really good hook and ensuring all the marketing material leans in to that hook. Okay? That's how great games make money. Okay? Shark Shifter. Awesome. That right there probably would have been the missing ingredient to not only your marketing material, but how you even decide to develop the game. When you have a title that is leaning into your hook, then everything that you do, you're going to try and focus on that title. Maquis Adventure, you're thinking, oh, it's an adventure game, so I'll just kind of do what I want. But in this case, purely from a marketing perspective, you could have gotten a lot more eyeballs with something like Shark Shifter. Okay, so let's just throw in a font like this, and then we're going to talk about your color decisions. Color is how you make a game stand out. Okay, it also is how you make a game have its own unique identity. You were so close. You were so close with creating a unique identity. What I would have done, I would have considered, it might be annoying to you, so I'm coming up with some ideas off the fly here, but what I would have done is focused on that red and black. That's what I would have done, okay? Every decision you make is about leaning into this brand, leaning into the visual. Remember, guys, who knows what the 3 elements of a Trinity hook are? Who knows the 3 elements of the Trinity hook? What are they? What are they? Story, mechanics, and visual style. That's right. So everything we do with our hooks, we have 3 hooks. Everything we do should be focused on those hooks. Okay, so in this case, Shark Shifter, the shark shifting is the hook. That is everything about this game, is being able to shift into a shark. That's a story hook, but it's more a mechanical hook because you've got that cool mechanic of being able to shift and dive. Pretty great. It's a pretty great hook. So the visual style we need to lean into, okay? Right now, I don't believe you have it, okay? It's pixelated, okay? But the color scheme is kind of all over the place. There's not a unique color scheme. Your character has, in my opinion, your character has a completely different visual style than the actual game itself. So here's what I would have done, okay? This will be interesting, guys, because you may actually agree with me. Some of you might not, but I would argue it's going to catch more attention if you were willing to do the following. I'm going to put this in front here. If you were willing, let's get rid of those trees. If you were willing to take the following risk, in my opinion, you would have gotten more eyes on the game. So let's see here. Hang on. What am I doing? Why is that doing that? There we go. Shark Shifter. That looks great. Watch this. This is what I would have done. Either this. Hopefully I'm proving my point here. This, or this actually will look even better. Look at that. That's what I would have done. The whole game looks like this, and the focus is turning into that shark. It would have been a much more focused launch and a much more focused marketing effort. When people see a singular focus in a game, they're much more likely to buy. Because in their minds, they're like, I want to turn into that shark. And even the visual style tells us that there's a focus in this game. And my theory is right now that currently there's not quite a focus in this game. The focus is turning into a shark, sure. But wait, is it being able to play in 3D? Is that the hook that you could swap to 3D? Not sure. But I can also fly? I can also fish? So what's the hook? What's the focus? Does that make sense, guys? So one of the primary issues, and I have this issue too, one of the primary issues that game developers have is that it's feature creep. They want to put everything into their game instead of purely focusing on one thing. One thing and one thing only. Now, it's really about focusing on 3 things. That's the challenge here. It's focusing on getting a really, really clean visual style it's almost like a brand, and then also a very simple, unique hook and a very simple story. By simple, I mean it's focused, okay? I love this, and watch this. What you could have done You could have said every level we do something unique with the colors. So if you want like a different visual when you change levels, just do that. So you could play with color for sure. So that's what I would have done with this game. Overall, though, the game looks really fun, and I think you've done a great job with these really unique, cool mechanics. I think it lacks focus, though. Guys, does that make sense, what I'm saying? Yeah, that's a great way to put it. That's a really great way to put it, Y4KU. You want to know what you're buying. It's kind of like if I was buying a pair of tennis shoes, and the tennis shoes had a Nike symbol on it, and then there was an Adidas symbol on the other side, and half of the shoe was leather, and the other half of the shoe was cloth. The shoemaker would say, "I'm giving you all the kinds of shoes. What do you mean you don't want the shoe?" But no one would buy that shoe unless it was for like a gag gift. People want a focused product. And I'm learning this now too. But people always want a focused product. So your job as a developer, as an artist, is to be focused. Okay? And oftentimes, guys, that focus is not achieved in the development. It's achieved in the planning and the marketing and the social media side. And your social media audience will actually help you determine what you should focus on. If I were to post this and say, what do you guys think about my cover art? If we get a good response and then we post this, and see which one performs better, it's going to help us better understand which one is more marketable. Does that make sense? You might also have some more, you would probably be more effective if you did this, just FYI. Sometimes you want to give a little bit of a character with eyes. Eyes are tough. You want to be careful with eyes because sometimes they can make your character look dead. When you add a little this too, you could even add a little smirk. See? It's just something to think about. The shark looks mean, so I would consider doing that. Like, he's your buddy, right? Or he's who you can be. So I would consider adding a I would consider doing something like this. That makes sense? It's just something to think about. Just adding a little bit more character to your characters, right? All right. Someone said a fin on the name. Sure thing. Let's do it. It's like you do something like that. That's a great idea. Some kind of fin on the name, whatever. You could even like flip it upside down to make it like, ooh, I'm shifting. Notice how what are we doing here, guys? We're focusing the lens. Focusing the lens. Everything we do, especially marketing, this is why marketing is so important, by the way, guys. For those of you who are like, I don't want to market my game. Well, if you can learn to market your game, it actually helps the development. Because you learn what you're supposed to focus on, what's going to make the game sell. What does it mean when a game sells? It means that it's caught the interest of the player. And that's a good thing. That's what we're trying to do. If a great game catches attention, it makes people want to play your game. That's a great game. So when you market your game, you actually learn what sells and what doesn't. And that helps you better focus on your game. Okay? All right, let's go ahead and open up the unknown. Let's see here. Library. Let's take a look at the unknown. Y'all ready? I love this. Oh, I wish that title was bigger and chunkier. Oh, I love this menu. Delicious. I wish you played it. I wish there was ambience. Where's the ambience? Subtle acoustic guitar. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. That scared me. Hold on. Use headphones for the best experience. These hits are for the demo only. Match the orbs with their pedestals in order to progress. Match the orbs with their pedestals, okay? The sudden acceleration of the jump pads will cause the orbs to fall out of Mike's hands. Okay. Let us see here. Dropping an orb into a pipe will transport it somewhere else in the level. Mike, are you here? Or not Mike. What's your name again? I can't remember. All right, let's roll. Ooh, good. There's footstep sounds. Here, let's turn this up for you guys. Okay, we've got some real-time reflections. Okay, I'm just going to throw out an idea here. Well, no, let's play the game, Thomas. Don't be an idiot. Ooh, look at this volumetric fog. Hoot, hoot, hoot. Yeah, we got some Portal vibes here. Good lighting, good coloring. Good use of colors. That scared the H out of me. Okay, so anyway. Here we go. Real-time reflections are doing their best. Okay, turn it down, Thomas. I'm getting scared. Ooh, that scared the crap out of me. So it is horror. That's right. Okay, do we have a horror slider? Tut, hut, hat, hiat, hut. Ooh, good use of color. Good use of color. Way to go. Hut. I want to hear a when I land. Good. Hut. All right, what am I supposed to do? Dude, combining story, horror, and just simple puzzles, that always makes me happy. It's just such a pleasant feeling. Look at these colors, guys. Isn't that great? Okay, so where's the orb? Oh, Thomas. How do I do it? Ooh, nice sounds. Very nice. I don't know what I'll... Whoa. I don't know what just happened. Let's keep trying. Overall, guys, I'm really impressed. I think this is great. I would lean into the contrast of the Muggle world. Throw some of the Muggle world in here, okay? Oh, it was a bridge, Thomas. Jeez. Yeah, I would definitely throw the Muggle world in here more. Look, watch this. That's great. I was about to say, up in the ceiling, put something that feels like the real world, and you've done that, so that's great. I would say maybe some more plants coming down, but overall, looks really good. Okay, what am I doing? Hood! Oh, fun. Hey, that's not fair. Dude, I wish there was some, like, arpeggiated music. Hang tight, guys. What's some music we can put in this? Okay, hang on. Let's see here. What's a good song that we could add? Some subtle. I feel like there just needs to be something driving me in these puzzle games. Silent Hill original soundtrack. Music is so important, guys. Let's hear this. No. No. Here we go. No, that's not working either. Let's see here. This might work. By the way, adding human sounds is going to contrast really well with this environment. So, like, imagine you hire a voice actor, and they've seriously not something silly, but like, and then when you jump, when you fall, when you add personality and a human vibe to this, it doesn't feel like some walking sim in a spaceship, but it actually feels human. And I think you're trying to achieve that with these vines. So that's what I would do. I would add as much humanity to this otherwise sterile environment and contrast it. Crank up the contrast between those two concepts. Okay, so I need to go get a ball. Whee! See what you can do with music? Whoa, what? Oh, Mike drops a ball when he flies. Okay, that's what we need to do. Let's go find some Half-Life music. But let's finish this puzzle and then I'll show you what I mean. Okay, here we go. I think I got it. No, what? Wait, why did it do that? How do I throw? I don't get it, guys. So, what do I do? I'm not quite sure how to get it up here. There's another ball. Where? Oh, it's right there, Thomas. What are you doing, dude? Well, no. I don't get it. One orb has a timer, the other doesn't. Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay. Good job, guys. I think I would make that more clear. I would change potentially the color of the orb or make that pedestal. I would add, you know what I would do? I would add a like pedestal or a button on that pedestal right here, and it's got like a clock, glowing clock symbol on it, and then when you grab the orb, it goes and it pops up like you're Indiana Jones, right? That's what I would do. Okay, so now let's grab this fella and run. Thomas. And by the way, those who are just joining us, just remember you can enroll in full-time game dev, 50% off using the link below. We got 14 days left. And wait, what? What do I do? Yeah, we need to communicate some interesting stuff with puzzles. Do you guys hear the subtle music in the background? That's from a Silent Hill playlist. So this kind of subtle music playing in the background is really nice. I would consider adding it. Put it in the pipe? I don't get it. What do you mean? Put the second in the tube at the end of the bridge. Oh. Yeah, sorry. Uh-oh. There we go. This music is great. What do you guys think? Music or no music? Come on. Yep, subtle ambient music. Sad music. Something sad. Because it is a story-driven game. I just farted. Okay, so now what? Oh, I gotta go get the other one? Dang it! I don't get it. What just happened? Yeah, the pipe needs to have a light over it of some kind. That's what I would do. Okay, so I do that. Then I grab the timed one. Yeah? It's timed. Now I put it in the pipe. Now what? Oh, I gotta go get that one down here, maybe? I don't get it, guys. Not sure what to do here. I enjoy the puzzle, I really do. Oh, Burdick Game says this game is gonna break people's spirits. It's a little challenging. I enjoy the puzzle though. Let's try and think here. Pipe's right there. It's gonna drop. I'm gonna grab it and put it in. So I guess I just have to be fast. Okay, so I have to be fast. That's the rule. Let's go. Okay, so your puzzle design is great. Communicating what exactly things are for, that's going to be something you need to work on. For example, the pipe here. Come on. No. That's not fair. That's not fair. Okay? All right, let's talk really quick music here, okay? Another option for music that you could do, and music, again, music is very, very important. Moody Half-Life music, OST. Half-Life 1 soundtrack, let's go. Considering it's a horror game, this might help you. Let's turn it down a little bit. Whoa. Oh, those are, I see. Yeah. Ominous beats. You want to do ominous beats? Even some rhythm here. Not that one. No. Military precision. No. Space Ocean. Let's try this one. It just does so much. No, but I really like it. I think it's a great game. I think that just communicating what each thing is for is very important. And right now I'm not sure I know what to do. Come on, Thomas. Okay, let's restart the timer. Gotta be really fast. Can I sprint? Oh, come on. Yeah, no. Gotta make it easier. But overall, visually, great game. Puzzle-wise, great. The horror moments were awesome. It's really because people like me who aren't very smart are gonna struggle. But good job. I actually really liked that. Okay, so let's take a look here. Let's take a look at this cover art here for Turn-by-Turn Villain. The graphics of the game itself is great, but the cover art for me is not doing it. So I would either hire a cover artist to do a full-on illustration, or I would use your pixel art skills and create some pixel art here. Visually though, I think your color theory is pretty good here. I like that you're using sort of low saturated greens and pinks. I think that works really, really well. World's Worst Handyman. This is a game I really wanted to focus on because the game is actually using the big butt principle. Okay, let's read this. Remember, the big butt principle is it's a genre or an IP, and you say genre but twist. Genre but twist. And I think this game is using that big butt principle. So what we're going to do is watch the trailer, and then let's all talk about what the big butt principle is. Let's fill in the blanks. What is going on with Steam's video lately? Come on, Steam. There you go. Raise money for the animals. What? That's hilarious. Amazing. Can we give a round of applause to Baby Lumberjack? Baby Lumberjack, are you in the chat? This is the best Steam game submission I've ever gotten. And it's because it uses the big butt principle. And I would argue you need to go a little bit harder with the big butt principle. Who knows what the big butt principle is? In terms of genre, or mechanics. Let's go with mechanics. Because okay. In terms of the big butt principle, who knows what it is? Let's do that first. Something but something. Something but something. Does anybody know? Dead Space, but with kittens. Kind of. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. The World's Worst Handyman, that's the story hook. The story hook is great, but that's not a mechanical hook. Here's what the big butt principle is. Comedy, stealth. Stealth game, but funny. Do you see why that works with the big butt principle? It works because it's something that's completely, it almost seems irrelevant or opposite. Stealth, but funny? Wait, what? The big butt principle creates contrast. Contrast between two seemingly opposing ideas. So many games do this. Cult management sim. What? You manage a cult? That doesn't seem like something that you would want to do, but it's actually really fun, right? That's Cult of the Lamb. Hollow Knight, Metroidvania, but with bugs. Usually Metroidvanias are particularly, a lot of them are they're sci-fi or high fantasy or dark or gothic, but then you put cute little bugs into it. There's contrast there, right? That's Hollow Knight. So my theory is if we were to lean into the mechanical hook, I would do something like that with the trailer. I think this game is going to get wishlisted significantly. So I honestly don't take my advice, but if we were to lean into the hook, I would say something like right at the beginning, a stealth game, but hilarious. A comedy stealth game. I would put that right at the beginning, bang. But that's just me. But visually, man, what a great idea. So let's go ahead and play this game. Taking advantage of toon shaders. It looks lit, but very, very, it's like a blend between unlit and lit. So I really, baby lumberjack. There's another contrast. Even the title of the studio has contrast. This is great. Oh, that menu feels good. That's what we want. I just love menus like this. All right, let's go. This is so funny. That's great. That's just funny. Aw, so he loves animals, but he hates his job.
Oh no! Oh.
Oh no! This is great. Oh, this is just really well done. Man.
Woohoo!
He's holding it upside down. This is great. Notice how everything is focused. Everything is focused. Oh, I love these illustrations. Hey, Doug, it's Petey. Thanks for stopping by, my man. I'm trying to do some kind of accent. I don't know what it is. Hey, Doug, it's Petey. Thanks for stopping by, my man. I got a tip you were looking for some handyman work to raise money for the animal shelter. I'm doing Tim Riggins, because that's who he looks like. You're in luck, because I've got a list of stuff I need done. If you handle it all, I'll drop off cash at the shelter and hook you up with a sweet review. Oh, one more thing. My Nana's streaming on what? Twips right now. She gets super mad if she gets disturbed, so try to be quiet. You got this, my man. Peace. Oh, I love this. Music is great. Open task list queue. Unclog Petey's toilet. Rescue the lost animals. Whoops, that didn't work. Toggle bird's eye view while stopped. E. Oh. That's hilarious. This is a funny game. It's got really good comedic timing. A comedy stealth game. That is a great hook, and you've definitely nailed it here. Are you in the chat? Sprint while moving? Ooh, I've got to sprint, eh? Crouch to hide behind objects. Oh my goodness. This is great, dude. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's great. Oh, guys, notice how everything is lined up perfectly with the Trinity hook. We've got the visual hook, low poly, unlit, great color theory. And if you don't know what the color theory is, we've got low saturated navy blues with the opposite color of browns. Okay, so we're getting contrast or complementary colors. Great visual hook. Also, the music, perfect. It really fits in. It gives me a mysterious Sims vibe, which is perfect with this style of game. And then on top of that, we've got mechanics. We're focused on the mechanics, which is stealth comedy, stealth comedy, stealth comedy. And everything about this game is leaning into those two things. And then finally, we've got a story hook, which is, what is it? I want to help the animals. And there's also the hook of the world's worst handyman. That's funny too. Okay, so we're hitting every possible element of our Trinity hook. That's why this game is going to be successful, hands down. Picked up a fanny pack. That's so funny. Look at that. I can break things. I'm just having too much fun. Oh, let's go. Hey. What? I rescued a lost animal. Can I go in? That's okay. That's okay. Should have a Home Alone level. Picked up a green key. Okay, there's our toilet. I'm having fun, y'all. I love good games that hit every element of a Trinity hook. It makes me happy.
Missing the red key. Oh.
Old lady. Oh my god. Oh. That's so funny. Oh, I love that. Alright, good. Missing the red key. Oh, there it is. Recover your fanny pack. Ah, I see. So you have to sort of start over. Very, very good. Very, very good. Oh my goodness. We really enjoyed that. Let's see if we can play our Maquis adventure. Shark game, let's go. Those who are just joining us, just remember this video is sponsored by Full Time Game Dev, which is my massive online program, which teaches you how to make games full time. 50% off, 14 days left. I know some of you have already joined in the chat. Welcome, welcome. You're gonna learn Godot, Unreal, Unity. You're gonna learn how to sell games. That's what we talk about a lot in this live stream, is how to market your games, how to go full time with just a demo, how to work with publishers, Kickstarter, blah, blah, blah. Check that out using a link in the description. Press any button to stop. Maquis Adventure. I love that. so the sound effects, I feel like they're conflicting with the music. I feel like it should be like a ching or like a chomp sound. Start.
Long ago, peace and harmony reigned in this land. The 3 sacred sharks ruled over this area and evicted the evil demons. Shortly before their death, they chose 2 worthy successors. A little later, a terrible storm happened. The waves engulfed entire islands and terrified the islanders. Due to the enormous pressure of the waves, the gate to the underworld broke open. As the storm calmed down, an eerie figure appeared in the midst of the waves.
Yeah, intro names
It
music.
was Octavio. He
Octavio.
belonged to the evil demons of the underworld and could now rain down his limitless power on the land. Any means were fine with him to gain power, destroying islands, attacking other demons, and defeating anyone who stood in his way. One day, 2 unknown warriors confronted Octavio, and a devastating fight began. Neither of the 2 brave warriors were ever seen again.
Yeah, I'd add some music to that, and I wouldn't even have that intro. Just give me some world building. I don't think the artwork wasn't particularly good. This artwork is great. The problem, I think, with the things that I've noticed that bother me about this game, aside from all the good things, is there's a lack of visual cohesion. You've got weird, sketchy styles at the beginning that are not the greatest. And then you've got this pixelated art that looks great. So I'm trying to figure out who's the artist in this game. I need a landing sound. And it needs to be immediate. Sometimes it's not. And you need to have particles that emit. Oh, are you finally awake, Skelito? As loud as you snore, you wake the dead. You can even sleep on that cold wooden bench. Yeah, this is where you need to do your story exposition. I am getting goosebumps just watching. But did you know you can open your inventory with I always wonder where guys like you, where, W-H-E-R. I always wonder where guys like you store their potions, weapons, and other stuff. Like, do you have extra large pockets or what? What was it, I? Cool. Oh, this is great. Very good. Stop! Is there anyone? Please help me. I'm in the first prison cell. You need me to escape from here. Trust me, please. Okay. That's a sound from Castlevania. Hey, buddy. Maki, is that you? What? You do not recognize me? It's me, Timu. We are brothers. You must have slept really long, right? We do not have time for small talk right now. We have to escape from this prison. I will explain everything to you later. During a conversation between 2 guards lately, I heard them talking about a hidden cell key to my cell door. Hidden cell key to my cell door somewhere on this floor. The Big Escape. There's a sound and visual incohesion in this game. If you can lock in a singular style of sounds and singular style of visuals, you're golden. And so for your next game, I challenge you to give me a cohesive style of sounds. You just go retro, right? Or go super organic. Just pick one. And also the visual style. Pick the pixel size, the color palette, your resolution, and then stick with it. All right, so what did you just say? Sorry, I didn't even think about what he was saying. Dodge. Press up or B while walking to dash forward. What? I am. Oh. Oh, shift. Okay, I'll take it. Is that better? Check 1 2 2. Checkity checkity 1 2 1 2. A very powerful weapon. The blade looks sharp and the material seems precious. Use the Soith. What? With mouse to defeat your enemies. Yeah, this is a lot of this game is very well done. There's just a visual incohesion that I think is really hurting it. A rusty cell key. I wonder if it fits Timu Cell. Oh, I can cut the grass now. Oh man, I wish there was a death sound. Hey Gordon, how you doing, buddy? Dear Diary, I've been locked in this cell, blah 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 blah. Oh, that's fun. I can hold on to walls. Good, good. Hoot, hoot, hoot. Wait. Oh, there we go. All right. So far, so good, but that's all I've got time for today, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Man, we almost went for 2 hours. That was really, really fun. Before we move into a quick Q&A, guys, just a final reminder that this video is sponsored by Full Time Game Dev. So one of you said, so you're sponsored by yourself. Actually, yes, and I highly recommend those of you who want to start a YouTube channel to do that. That way you don't have to constantly talk with sponsors, but you can rather just sponsor yourself. So today is sponsored by Full Time Game Dev, which is my massive program. We're going to jump into QA in just a second, Q&A in just a second. This is the biggest sale event I've had all year, 50% off. You're going to get 2D Art Pro, 3D Art Pro, and Stream My Game, which is all about how to get streamers to play your games, like I'm doing right now. There's 100 seats available, 13 days left. There are over 4,200 students, which is mind-blowing to me, but we've got 4,200 students in this program, and I know a lot of you are in the chat. Let us know what you think about the program. It is probably one of the most comprehensive game development courses out there. Not only are you going to learn Unity, Unreal, or Godot, and artwork, and how to do 2D art and 3D art, but here's the best part, this is the most important part, how to market your game and hit the Steam front page, how to do a Kickstarter campaign, make 6 figures, how to get 6 figures from a publisher. A lot of you might be thinking, well, who are you? You're a YouTuber. Careful, don't judge me. I've actually done this. So I've done this multiple times. So you're being taught by somebody who's actually doing it. And right now we're actually published by 3D Realms for our 3rd game. So I do this, and I know how to do this, so I teach you how to do it as well. So check it out below. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into the Q&A portion of this live stream. Man, that was really, really fun. I'm really proud of those of you who are willing to submit your games, and I want to apologize for not getting to every single game. Learning OpenGL says, I bought Full Time Game Dev when it first came out, and you keep adding stuff. Thanks, that's awesome. Yeah, I do. The Unreal courses and the Godot courses are included free. And do you guys know, who knows why I added Godot and Unreal to the course? Who knows? Does anybody know? Let me know in the chat why you think I added those courses last month. Okay. Let's see here. Any questions, guys? How long should you spend? Because Unity went insane. That's right. I'm still using Unity, and I kind of just hedging my bets that they're not going to be. I was about to say a cuss word. that they're not going to do what they did. And I know that that sounds ignorant, but that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so how long should you spend on the first how long should you spend on your first few learning projects? I would call them crap games. And by the way, release them. Release your crappy games. It's very, very important that you release your crappy games. I would spend 3 months apiece, and I would release 2 crappy games, 1 to 3 crappy games before you focus on your first commercial release. Any other questions, guys? You got sponsored by Epic? No, I didn't. Okay, let's keep going, guys. I don't take sponsorships. Should I? Yeah, you can re-ask your question, Tactical. That's fine. Thank you for being respecting spamming. Are you going to be at GDC in March? I might be. Yes, I might be with 3D Realms. They've yet to tell me whether I'm going to be there or not. Tips on getting to 10,000 wish lists. So what's my favorite social media? Twitter. I'm getting tons of traffic on Twitter these days. I don't know why, but Twitter's going great. One of my posts got 60,000 or 51,000 views last week. So yeah, I would say Twitter and YouTube. Instagram, I just don't care for. I rarely ever get engagement on Instagram, and I guess I don't understand Instagram. But YouTube is great. If you can get a video out there, and then in the video, in the first 30 seconds of the video, just let people know that they can wishlist your game. It's just this constant drip of wish lists. If you really want to get to 10,000 wish lists, the fastest way is to release a demo during Steam Next Fest. That's the fastest way. But if you can get a trailer to be put on all these other YouTube channels that release trailers like IGN, that's a great idea as well. But consistently releasing content, and the most important part is having a call to action in that content. That's very important. Okay. Anders Edge is in the chat, everybody. Let's say hello to Anders Edge. Hey Thomas, my question is, how do you maintain motivation on your game if you lose your love for the idea as you work? Especially if for example, wish lists aren't coming in at the rate you hoped. Well, first I would say, are you seeing an increase? There's just questions for you to chew on. Are you seeing your wish list slowly going up? Are you seeing consistent drip of wish lists? If that's the case, if it's actually working, then multiply your efforts and just continue to keep releasing content. I know, Anders Edge, you have a YouTube channel. If you're getting a consistent drip, just keep doing that. And hopefully you can exponentially increase that by learning what's working and what's not. If you're not seeing any wish lists come in and you're seeing a decline, then it could be that your idea isn't good. So that's the second point, which is, should you maintain motivation for a project that isn't marketable? I'm of the opinion you should not. So if a game is not marketable, I don't see what the point is. A lot of you might say, well, I just want to make games and I enjoy making games. Yeah, but the thing is to finish a game requires a lot more than just joy for making games. To finish a game, to go through QA, to upload it to Steam, and then to market it and put forward a very, frankly, to put forth or sacrifice your blood, sweat, and tears to actually make a game that's profitable, it requires more than just joy of making games. And so I always recommend, make sure your game is marketable. And the way you do that is you make sure it has a Trinity hook. Make sure your game is marketable. And then, after that, if you know it's marketable, the way you maintain motivation is you go, okay, I've got 5,000 wish lists. I can probably make that 20,000. And if I have 20,000 wish lists, if I get a conversion rate of 20%, what is that? Is that, use your brain, Thomas. What is that? Why don't I know this? I haven't done real math in a long time. It's always just code. If I have 20,000 wish lists, convert it 20%. That's 4,000 purchases at a $15 game. That's 60 grand. So that's why it's really important to use wish lists as a motivating factor. If you can get a 20% conversion of your wish list and you can continually grow your wish lists, then you're going to make some money. So that's why looking at wish lists helps me a lot in determining whether I need to continue making a game. So that's how I push through. And additionally, the cherry on top, or I'm sorry, the foundation of all of this is just visualizing a future where you've launched a game and you're actually making a full-time income. If you can visualize that and actually taste it and really get hungry for that future, and then number 2, you have a marketable game, a marketable idea, and you're seeing wish lists drip in, then those are the 2 ways to stay motivated. Wish lists, look at your wish list data because you know you're going to make some money. You can pretty much guarantee it. And number 2, are you hungry for that conversion? Do you have the wish list data, and are you hungry for the conversion of the wish lists? Conversion meaning money. Alrighty. During the Two Twins game trailer, there was a point when a boulder was pushed into a force field, but just as it hit the scene changed, it sped up the trailer and made it more exciting. Explain? I'm not sure what you're asking there, but I do want to say this. Your trailer should not be, you should not limit yourself with your gameplay footage. Your trailer, you should speed up stuff, you should cut stuff, you should enhance the saturation, you should add glow, extra sound effects, screen shake, zoom in, zoom out, cut, bang, 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 bang. Edit that gameplay footage. Don't just rely on the gameplay footage to work for you. That's the game's job. The trailer's job is to excite people to buy the game. Jebby. Sorry, Jeb was having a nightmare. Do you think a devlog is good YouTube content? If your goal is wish lists, absolutely. It's great. I have multiple goals. Everybody's got a goal with their channel, okay? YouTubers just don't release content just because they're happy people and they want to release content. Typically, a YouTuber is running a business. That's usually what a YouTuber is doing. So they have a goal, right? The goal of my YouTube channel is to sell digital products, courses, and also wish lists, okay? So I do both. A lot of my content is directed towards getting sponsorships. Sponsorships meaning I sponsor myself. There it is right there, that banner below. I sponsor myself. A lot of YouTubers, they sell coffee or something, right? Their own coffee brand. It's not because they love coffee. It's because they have to make money somehow, and they also don't want to take sponsorship gigs. For me, I sell courses and also my games. So that is the aim of my YouTube content. So what you decide to promote in your YouTube channel is up to you. Okay. Do you even bench, bro? I did today, actually. I've had to do a wide grip bench. I don't know why this is the case, but wide grip doesn't hurt my shoulders. My shoulders have been hurting lately, and so wide grip, for some reason, it doesn't hurt my shoulders. So that's what I've been doing, which means I'm doing much lower weight. Okay. Let's see here. Have you seen, I'm trying to find a question that I can actually answer here. How do you start to find a great name for your game? Well, the way to figure out a great name for your game is to figure out your Trinity hook. If you can figure out your Trinity hook, then you can figure out your game idea. That's why when we know that, for example, our Trinity hook is, the mechanic is, and for those of you who don't know, the Trinity hook is the mechanics. What's the hook of the mechanics? What's the hook of the visual style and music? So that's visual, auditory. And then what is the story? Those are our 3 hooks for the Trinity hook. Once you know your hook, then you can decide on what's your title, right? If you need an example of this, Twisted Tower is a great example, which is the game we're working on now. The tower shifts and shuffles, but it's also a horror game. It's also a story about climbing a tower. And it's also got references to Disney World, Tower of Terror. Perfect name, Twisted Tower. The name tries to communicate the hook. Does that make sense? All right. Very, very good. Thomas, do you absolutely need a community for a Kickstarter, or can you rely on the platform? No, you don't need it. You don't need a community. I would just say you need to market. There's a difference. So with Pinstripe and with Neversong, I didn't really have this whole thing, right? I didn't have this thing, this whole YouTube channel thing, but my campaigns were able to raise 6 figures. But I still marketed, and the way that I did that is I was able to climb onto the shoulders of other successful influencers and Kickstarter creators. Okie dokie, guys. That's all I've got for you. Be sure to check out Full Time Game Dev below if you're interested. The main reason I'm ending the stream is because I got to pee real bad. So I will talk to you guys later. Take it easy. I hope you guys enjoyed. Was that fun, guys? Did you enjoy playing games, guys? Did you enjoy playing games? I think that you did. It seems like, because I think we had double the viewers we usually have, which is really cool. Maybe I can do some more of this. What do you want me to, guys? Do you want me to play games more? Yes or no? Do it again? Okay, cool. Will do.